Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a weekly reading, a check-in, an energy check-in, whatever you feel like you need. Let this be what you're looking for. I love that poem by Rumi that says, what you seek is seeking you. And so that's really the message I want to give you first of all. And second of all, I want to say happy birthday, Sagittarius. Still your birthday season. Hopefully you're having a great one. If you have had a birthday recently or if one is still upcoming for you, I hope that it's been wonderful. So happy birthday season to Sagittarius. Again, just looking at a check-in, energy read, weekly check-in for the sign of Sagittarius. That can be your sun sign. It can be your moon sign. It can be your rising, sometimes called ascendant. Any of your placements that you have Sagittarius in, this reading might fit for you. Also, you might have a Sagittarius in your life that you want to do a little nosing into and see if this reading fits how you might be feeling about them. That's called cross-watching. And so cross-watching is absolutely accepted and welcome. If that's what you're doing, I welcome the cross-watchers. I welcome the initial watchers, if whatever your sign is. And also, it's cool if you know your birth chart to your top three, your sun, moon, rising. Check out your sun, moon, rising signs if they're all different. Sometimes people are like double Sagittarius, and that means in your top three, two of those are Sag or whatever the sign is. But you can check out your other placements too, and that just gives you a more complete picture of you. So remember, don't ever make a reading fit if it's not your reading. Don't make it fit. Don't stick around and get mad at it. You can always leave it for someone that it might apply for. So Sag, what's going on for you? There is something really painful mentally that the chapter is ending. You've lived through chapters 1 through 10, and it's over now. You've closed the door. You've shut the proverbial, you've just shut it down, shut it off. It's over. It's done. The pain that it's caused you mentally has taken its toll. It's betrayal. It's backstabbing. It's gossip. It's people getting one over on you verbally. People coming at you with their swords, which is their communications. People, I really just like to say it's almost like you were their favorite conversation. You were their favorite topic. And did you hear what Sagittarius did? Did you see what Sagittarius is up to? Did you blah, 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 blah? Everybody's wagging their tongues about something in regard to a Sagittarius. But this is the good news. Starting off your reading with the end of a painful cycle. Basically, it can only get better from here. So I think that you've survived. I think that you probably aren't without scar, but I think you survived something that really hurt mentally. And you are ready to go into a new chapter. So what do we have for Sagittarius? What can we share? What can we reveal? What can we open the doors to for a Sagittarius? We have Temperance. This is your energy. This is major arcana for the sign of Sagittarius. This is the sign, if you were looking for a sign, of an archangel protecting you. This is angelic guidance, angelic protection. Whatever your belief system is, just know that being in the unseen, an angelic person, an angelic being, spirit, a spirit guide, maybe a passed on ancestor, has stepped in on your behalf. And they are here now to protect you, to guide you, to love you through whatever has happened, this painful situation, it's over, it's done. And now you have, I think they were with you the whole time, but this is a revelation that they are now here to guide you with moderation and a very steady, it's a very balanced, not too much of any one thing. It's very balanced, it's very protected, it's very moderate, but it's almost like they're holding your hand. They're letting you know that you have been through something terrible and it's not going to feel better right away, but I promise it will be better. Maybe not right now, but it will be better. The Temperance Angel, the Temperance card, this is also the card of art. The art card, the art energy. So creativity. This is very water and fire blended, balanced. So it's your emotions blended with your ability to move forward with your dreams, your goals, your desires. But it is very balanced. So you're not going to like go from 0 to 100. You're going to go very carefully, one step at a time, knowing that all the while, it's almost like just behind you, you have this protection. You have this overseeing, beautiful, angelic, loving guidance. For Sagittarius, what else can we share for Sagittarius? A painful cycle's ended. This beautiful, balanced energy showing up for you. Just what you needed. It almost feels like the Temperance is just what the doctor ordered. And then the Hierophant, the Hierophant. This is another spiritual card. This is another major arcana. This is the sign of Taurus. The Hierophant is very externally knowledgeable. This Hierophant can be you and everything that you've learned, all of the knowledge that you've gained, all of the information that you've gathered along the way of your life, no matter what your age is. You now have this very dramatic external realization that I have so much inside of me to share. I could be looked at as a teacher, as a spiritual teacher, as a growth expert, as I have been through so much, and I now can offer others a way through difficulty. I've been through it. I've been professionally hurt. I've been personally hurt. I've been spiritually hurt, but I know my way through the forest. I'm like a guide. I'm a spiritual guide, even if that doesn't sound accurate for you. Just know, I think other people look to you for your knowledge and your wisdom. Sagittarius is a way maker anyway. They're so adventurous. They're so intrigued and spiritually wise. And that makes a lot of sense that that's coming out. I think that it's almost like you took a little tiptoe out of this painful hurt that you'd been through. But now it's like you stepped right into your spiritual badassery and you've assumed the role of teacher. You've assumed the role of mentor. You are a mentor. The Hierophant is saying, Sagittarius, take your seat, show up, shine your light. Others are watching you. Others are looking to you for your guidance, for your wisdom, everything you've been through. They've seen it and they know that you have something really cool and special to share. And we have strength. Wow. Boom, boom, boom. Major arcana, major arcana. Strength is the major arcana for the sign of Leo. So your fire cousin. We have Sagittarius, Taurus, and Leo showing up on the board, if those signs mean anything to you. But the strength is showing up at the end of this top line to say that, yes, you are a spiritual badass. You have been protected, loved, and guided as you are right now, being ushered into your next chapter with every kind of angelic, spiritual love and light possible. But the strength is here to say, just remember, while you're moving into your new chapter, Sagittarius, do so with grace and dignity and a very healthy sense of self. Uh, Remember to check your ego. We can sometimes get so excited about our next chapter and feeling so encouraged and excited about it that we can let our ego just start to become more than it should be. And so a reminder to check your ego and keep your ego tamed. This is very lioness, lion-like energy. King of the jungle, again, a spiritual badass, not only going to show up to the scene, but going to show up in their best self, going to show up and encourage everyone around them to believe in themselves. And they are so confident and such leaders. And I think as you're discovering who you are now in this next new chapter, I think you need all the strength you can get, but I think you also do need to keep a very humble, balanced personality. And that knowledge that you have to share, I think you are exactly where you're supposed to be in your life right now. I think you probably know that too. I think you have this recognition, if I could talk, that you're where you're supposed to be, that you're not where you're at by accident. Can we share with Leo? I'm sorry, Sagittarius. I was looking at the Leo card there. We have 7 of Cups. So there's a lot of choices on the table right now. There's some really cool options for you. And this is an emotional buffet. This is an emotional, you very contemplative. You're kind of scratching your chin a little bit. You're looking down and being like, wow, I've never had so many cups to choose from in my life. But every cup has something in it. It might not be good. Some of the cups could have, dragons, snakes, scorpions, you name it. There could be any number of things hiding in these cups. And as you're choosing your option, you realize that you'd better be really, really careful about your options at hand. This could be in love. This could be in relationship. This could be with people that you're surrounding yourself with at this moment in time. But just know that not everything is cracked up to be what it presents itself to be. Sometimes people wear masks. Sometimes people hide behind personas. Sometimes what people share with you out in the open is not who they are behind closed doors. And so you are very carefully assessing your options right now. You're trying to be very clear-minded. You're trying to keep your wits about you. You are making sure that you are careful about this next step of your life because it's critical. It's critical to you. You've been through way too much to be jumping into the first best thing. You know better than that, Sagittarius. You've been through enough. And what I really want to say about 7 of Cups is it can be illusions, delusions. Things just aren't what they seem to be. It's kind of snaky energy, and it isn't scary. I don't want to scare you. I'm just saying be careful because if somebody's making you feel pressured to choose, beware. That's all. 8 of Swords. So this plethora of options and choices has you in your head a little bit. And remember what you came from. 10 of Swords is you being done with all of this thinking energy, this overthinking energy. And so remember where you came from. Remember who you are, because 8 of Swords is you getting stuck in your head. Oh my God, it's like overwhelm with choice that, oh shoot, now I'm stuck back in my head. I feel like I'm being circled by all of my thoughts. I want you to understand something really interesting though about Eight of Swords is this is a prison, mental imprisonment of our own doing. This is us with our own thoughts, sticking ourselves into a place where we feel like we can't get out of it, but we can. We certainly can. So know that the way out is the way you probably got in. And we have the Hermit. This is the major arcana for the sign of Virgo. This is you, all these choices. I have all these thoughts about it. I need to step back for a moment, whatever a moment means to you. If that's for the weekend, a couple of days, a week, hermiting yourself is a purposeful social detachment from society at large. Maybe you're going to be getting a winter break anyway, or you're taking a vacation. We do have the month of December with all of its various holidays and celebrations and everything. And so maybe you're using that time to your advantage, and you're going to be able to steal away, to be alone, to be by yourself, to remember who you are, to remember the light that shines within you, to get another chance at, it's almost like getting to know yourself again. After everything you've been through and after all of the spiritual wisdom and knowledge that you've attained and gained, I think you do need to step back and look at yourself in the mirror with honest eyes and realize who you are and what you've been through and what you want to put out to the world moving forward. But hermiting yourself is not a bad thing. In fact, I highly recommend it just for the sheer sake of you don't know what you have to offer until you know who you are exactly. And you sometimes have to check back in regularly with that deep, deep part of yourself so that you know exactly what you're dealing with and working with as you're being positioned in the spiritual teacher role. You need to know what that spiritual teaching you're offering is exactly. What is it that you want that to be to the world? And the Seven of Wands is boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. You having to understand that after I've taken this time out to be alone, to be by myself, to kind of reconfigure, to rejuvenate, to readjust, I now feel very clear on who I am, what I'm offering, what I'm going to allow and what I'm not going to allow, what I have time for and what I don't have time for, who I will allow in and who I will not allow in any longer. I'm only going to be available and approachable by X, Y, Z. That's it. My boundaries are firm, they're strong, they're in place, and I'm going to be very gatekeepery about me. The last card for Sagittarius, Five of Cups. As you put up those boundaries, it's not all cake and ice cream. Sometimes we put up these strong, healthy, self-protecting boundaries, and we have this Five of Cups energy come around. It's almost like a lamenting. This is kind of regret energy, and this is also crying at the river of tears. So while you are ready and prepared for the new life that's waiting for you, you are sitting in a little bit of regret, a little bit of remorse, a little bit, and I think it's actually kind of healthy to look at the cups that have been spilled, look at the things that you've had to turn your back on. These boundaries are for your protection. They're not walls. They're not keeping people out. They're keeping what you need in this bubble of love and light, and they're keeping others that don't have love and light to offer. Because remember what you went through, that 10 of Swords, that painful betrayal, that painful bullshit. You have these beautiful boundaries in place now, but that is going to come with a little bit of Five of Cups of I'm going to sit in my quiet moments. Maybe I journal about this and I remember what I had wanted. I remember what I had dreamed about. I remember what I had thought that group of people or that situation, what I thought it was going to be. And it turns out that it wasn't. It's a little disappointing. And so it's okay to feel your feelings. It's okay to acknowledge that you feel this way. The important thing about a Five of Cups is to not stay there. So we can look at it. We can acknowledge that was a part of our past. That was something that I felt some kind of way about it. But I know that as I move forward with my beautiful, clear boundaries now, that I'm going to be okay because I have this angel watching over, guiding, and protecting. I have this spiritual lesson that I am ready to share with the world. I have strength. I'm taming my ego. I'm making sure that I'm operating from my truest, highest, purest self. And I have hermit energy on my side. I can take the time that I need to be alone, and that allows me to put my boundaries firmly in place. But as I look back, I do feel that tenderness. I just don't stay there for long. Sagittarius, I would like to finish off your reading with an oracle card from Intuitive Whispers Oracle Cards. Just a beautiful oracle message for you from the card deck. I have all of my cards listed in the description, so check those out. This is number 28, gift yourself. And the number 2 and 8, those add up in numerology to number 1. And a number 1 is about new beginnings and creation. But I am going to read from the book for you for number 28 so that I give you the proper meaning and definition that the reader or the author intended. And so gift yourself. What is the best gift you have ever received? What was it about that gift that made it so special? Maybe the gift made you feel loved, seen, and understood. We all love receiving gifts, but it can also feel joyful to give a thoughtful gift to someone else. Spending time and effort thinking about what they would love. What if you could gift yourself with that same level of love and thoughtfulness? What do you desire in this moment? Here's your chance to give it to yourself. A gesture of self-love because you're worth it. How to gift yourself. Write yourself a gift list of things that would feel truly lovely to receive. A massage, a candle, some bath salts, a cinema trip, a change of scenery. Look through your list to discover what you desire most right now. It is an exercise in both receiving and in exploring your desires and what your body is craving in this moment. Then go ahead and gift yourself. Sagittarius, thank you for your energy and your time. Thank you for being here and watching the video. I do appreciate that you tuned in. I just would ask that you would like, subscribe, follow, share, comment. Any interaction on my TikTok channel or the YouTube channel is very, very appreciated. Again, thank you for being here. Namaste.